Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's Mikey report for January 8th, 2011. I'm Mikey Edwards, glad you can be with us. We have quite a bit, well, not really a whole lot of news, but enough that will take a good portion of time, including the breaking news that we brought earlier, and about the shooting in Arizona, and also the updates on the NFL playoffs and your weather forecast for the next 7 days of your life. From here in eastern Pennsylvania, all the way down to Little Rock, Arkansas. And of course, we'll be covering a major storm, could possibly be a major snowstorm, Category 4, 5 categories according to NBC Philadelphia, that we're looking at Category 4 possibly on Tuesday night into Wednesday. So let's bring it down. Of course, our top story is that shooting in Arizona. A second suspect is sought in the deadly shooting that killed she wasn't killed. She was actually she's critically injured right now. I thought she was pronounced dead. She wasn't. That was my fault in the breaking news that I brought. My apologies. Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords of the House of Representatives is under critical condition, and 6 were killed in the shooting rampage at the Safeway grocery store in Tucson, Arizona. She was rushed to the hospital Saturday after being shot in the head. A gunman opened fire as she met with constituents outside the Safeway, killing Arizona's chief federal judge and 5 others, leaving the lawmaker fighting for her life in an attempted assassin that had Americans questioning whether divisive politics had driven the attack. Shooting targeted the Democratic representative, authorities said, and left the 3-term congresswoman in critical condition, as said, after the bullet passed through her head. A shaken President Obama called the attack a tragedy for our entire country. Giffords, who's 40 and a moderate Democrat, narrowly won re-election in November against a Tea Party candidate who opposed her support of the health care law. Anger over her position became violent at times, with her office vandalized a few hours after the House passed the overhaul last March. More recently, at a Giffords event, someone dropped a weapon out of their pants. The listed dead, according to the Pima County Sheriff's Office, are as follows: John M. Roll, 63, federal district court judge; Gabriel Zimmerman, age 30, Giffords director of community outreach; Darwin Stoddard, 76, pastor at Mountain Avenue Church of Christ; Christina Green, age 9, student at Mesa Verde Elementary; and Dorothy Murray and Phyllis Shack, 76 and 79, respectively. Police say a shooter was in custody, and by people familiar with the investigation, he was Jared Launer, 22. Other sources gave the AP the same name. His motivation was not immediately known, but the sheriff described him as mentally unstable, possibly acting with an accomplice. In addition to the 6 deaths, 13 people were wounded in the melee. Clarence Dupnick said the rampage ended only after 2 people tackled the gunman. They were looking for an accomplice, according to investigators, believed to be in his 50s, who may have assisted in the attack. Doctors were optimistic about Gifford surviving, as she was responding to commands from doctors despite having a bullet go through her head. Richard Kimona, the former Surgeon General, says, "With guarded optimism, I hope she will survive, but this is a very devastating wound." Sheriff pointed to the vitriolic political rhetoric that has consumed the country as he denounced the shooting. So, that is definitely... We will definitely keep you posted with that. Our prayers go out to her and her for a quick recovery, and to the families of the 6 deceased. We pray and hope that their families get through this. Okay, we go from a shooting to debit card debacle. Especially with celebrities. It's the Kardashians. Who would have thunk? The Kardashians are sued for $75 million over a debit card debacle. Company claims sisters breached deal when they pulled out of the deal. Kardashians maxed out their goodwill. Apparently, the first sentence of this article, of this story. More than a month out of pulling out of a debit card venture that had attracted nothing but negative attention, company that licensed Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe's images has sued the sisters, mom Kris Jenner, and their company Dash Dolls for $75 million, claiming they breached their contract by abruptly terminating the deal. Revenue Resource Group's complaint filed Tuesday in Fresno, obtained by another company, states that the Kardashians had a 2-year contract and that RRG has been weathering a bad PR storm since the stars pulled out. And why did they do that again? Upon its launch, the Kardashian prepaid MasterCard was immediately criticized for harboring hefty hidden fees to activate, replace, etc. Consumers Union, which publishes Consumer Reports, dissed the card, and the Connecticut Attorney General's office demanded further disclosure from card issuer University National Bank, according to the Kardashians, of marketing a dangerous financial fantasy. Not wanting to be linked to the alleged shadiness any further, Kardashian's attorney sent a notice of termination letter on November 29th. Consumer Union issued a statement applauding the move, and it seemed as if the controversy blown over, but not everyone applauding. The Team Kardashians not commenting on lawsuit at this moment. Case management hearing being called for May 2nd. So that is the up. So, well, I really have nothing to say for that all that much, because really we need to have good, solid financial free stuff, and Kardashians did the right thing. RRG is just being a pain in the royal rump. That's all. Because they want money. They want people to have their cards, get overdrawn, activate the card, replacing card, losing the cards, and all that. They want the money. Everyone wants the money. It's just a matter of how you use it. And you have to use it wisely, because if you don't, you're going to end up in the hole. And that's the whole thing about finances. You need to know how to budget yourself properly. I was not doing such a good job with it myself, but am learning, and I think everyone is at some point learning how to manage their money. Some are better at it than others, and some just never learn. But let's get to weather, where we are focusing our eyes on another storm. We actually had a good storm today. I didn't even think that we were going to have one. We had a couple of snowstorms over this. Well, we had one storm that ended up being pretty major, and that was that East Coast storm back on December 26th. Today, last night into today, we had some good snow. A little bit more than a nuisance, but just significant, as we had probably around just under about 3 inches. Well, we might have some more totals, but South Jersey got the brunt of it, and it looks like South Jersey is going to have a little bit more. Friday's nuisance storm deposited about 1 to 3 inches here in the most of the Philly area, and then we had a little bit more today. Definitely around the that peak afternoon time frame of 10 to 3. So we definitely have been So we have some more, and both of them were from the same system, but this is going to be a new system coming in on Tuesday, and developing in the Gulf. So we are definitely going to be looking at I think Glenn predicted according to Hurricane Schwartz, he predicted just a little bit less than he predicted. So that was really a shocker. Saturday's snow totals from today in the Pennsylvania area. Pottstown had about 2.2 inches. Exton just less than an inch. We had I think here probably about an inch, maybe a little bit more. Montgomeryville had 1.7. Philly had 1.7. So mostly people were in the 1.5 to 2 range. But we are definitely looking at a bigger one for coming up, as the jet stream, the southern jet stream disturbance is right now, in Sunday, is going to be right in Texas, and there's that jet stream dip that has all this cold air, so that snow is going to come up. So as we see forecast outlook Sunday into Tuesday, we're going to have like snow going from Texas and Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, cutting all across the South. Florida, actually, I think is going to miss it on this one, as that low cuts across the top portion of Florida, but it's going to cover almost all of that south, that Bible Belt region. Tennessee, gonna miss Kentucky. Virginia, you're gonna be hit majorly. North Carolina, South Carolina, all of your whole area is gonna be probably shut down. Most of Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, you're gonna get a lot. And then as it starts going up, we'll have Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, and southern Pennsylvania getting hit there. But then we're gonna have it come into major play Tuesday evening into Wednesday here in Pennsylvania. So as we look, we're looking at some localized areas going to be getting anywhere from like 4 to 6, or some more locally it will be 6 to 12, especially in like that northern Georgia, western South Carolina region. That's where you're going to be hit hardest. Just north of Atlanta, which Atlanta is being called 4 to 6 inches right now, along with Shreveport, Louisiana. And we're going to see a lot more. Arkansas, you're not supposed to get a whole lot, but depending on the track, depends on what will happen. Forecast right now, they're looking at ice and a mix between through northeast Texas all the way through northern Louisiana and middle Mississippi, Alabama, hitting Jackson, Mississippi, Shreveport, and Dallas, and also hitting southern Oklahoma and Arkansas. That's pretty much the ice zone. And then Monday, it cuts across. Only rain in Florida, but the snow and the ice / mix is gonna be far north. I don't even want to see what. Yeah, they're expecting Tuesday for it to come for us, and then Wednesday it's going to be leaving. Wednesday it's going to be leaving probably about early morning, 8 o'clock. We're looking at early projections saying 8. So it's definitely going to be one of those major ones that we'll be keeping our eye out overnight and trying to get you totals throughout. So definitely stick with us as we have continuing coverage. I'll have to check that updated long range soon. Alright. Today we're going to do something different. We're going to go from south to north, because that's where how the snow's tracking. We had a highs of 48 here. We had high of 48. Currently 30 degrees, feeling like 19 as that wind is high because of that snow coming in. Winds out of the east-northeast at 14 miles an hour with that jet stream. The low for tonight is supposed to be 23 degrees. Currently 29 actually. Tomorrow we're looking at light snow in the afternoon, evening, 33 degrees. And then it continues. Monday it's supposed to be out of there, cloudy, 39 degrees. Tuesday, partly cloudy, 38 degrees. Wednesday, mostly sunny, 34. 35 on Thursday. Morning clouds gives way to afternoon sun. Friday the 14th, partly cloudy, 37 degrees. Apparently temperature's not even supposed to change all that much, because they have 37 for the high and the low on Friday. And then Saturday, it jumps up to 54 with showers in the forecast. And a winter storm warning is in effect until 6 p.m. Tomorrow to 6 a.m. on Monday. And as we look at the forecast coming in Phoenixville, right now no alerts, but trust me, there will be. Currently 25, feeling like 13 with winds out of the west-northwest, 14 miles an hour, gusting 27. Winds are definitely going to be high over the next 36 hours, if not stronger over the next few days as that storm moves up. 32 degrees for the high tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies. Sunny on Monday. 34 degrees. And Tuesday we are expected to have that snow, 33 degrees. And it'll give way Wednesday morning, probably around rush hour, if things are not canceled or if you are sheltered up. Wednesday we're looking at 31 degrees, partly cloudy for it. Thursday the 13th, 30 degrees. Friday the 14th, 29. And Saturday the 15th, mostly cloudy, 33 degrees. And currently right now we are looking at 20, feeling like 9 up in the Mount Cobb Lake Ariel area. Winds out of the northwest at 9 miles an hour. Morning clouds giving way to afternoon sun tomorrow, 25 degrees for the high. Winds are definitely going to be high. Windy for tomorrow night, 13 degrees for the low. Probably in the single digits, or 0 degrees for the wind chill, if not freezing. Below freezing. Below 0, I should say. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, not tomorrow. Monday, 26 degrees for the high, under mostly sunny skies. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, of course we know that storm is coming up, so we're definitely going to be seeing those conditions, 28, 25, and 22, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the temperatures. Snow showers possible, but of course that could change where we'll have more in not just snow shower, just snow. Friday the 14th, partly cloudy, 22 degrees. Saturday the 15th, mostly cloudy, 27 degrees as we end the calendar week. And welcome back to the Mikey Report, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of Saturday, next Saturday, we have the NFL playoff race going on right now, and don't even get me started on picks. I had picked myself, Tim Lateef, and Addison Roberts. For tonight's game, picked the Saints and the Colts, and both of them lost. The only person who got it right that I know of is John Hattinger. He's 1-1. He had the Colts beating the Jets, but the Seahawks beating the Saints. So, good for him. Not good for me. I did mention his picks on the NFL playoff update, so we won't dwell on that too much, but just to recap the Jets won on a game-ending field goal, 32-yarder by Nick Folk. Final score of that game was 17-16. Jets move on to face the Patriots, and the winner of tomorrow's wild card game between the Ravens and the Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs. My other two compadres, the other three compadres picked the Ravens. I think two of the three picked the Ravens. I think Mr. Hattinger may have picked the Chiefs. I don't remember. But either way, Chiefs are facing Ravens. Winner of that game goes on to face the Steelers for the other spot in the divisional. For the other spot in the conference championship. And then the other game tonight, as we mentioned, was the Seahawks and the Saints. Seahawks won 41-36. The Seahawks, who came in from the NFC West, the worst team in the history to make it below 500, made it 7-9, won their first game in playoffs, the first ever to do that. So you're asking me, what? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Unfortunately, yes, I am being serious. No, I am not kidding. The defending champions are no longer, so that means we will have a new champion to deal with, to figure out within these next coming weeks. And we'll find out who's playing in Super Bowl 45 on January 23rd. And the week before that is, week before Super Bowl is the Pro Bowl in Honolulu, Hawaii. Also, we had a lot of action going on. The Flyers ended up on top of the Penguins in the Atlantic Division. You want to know how? Well, the Flyers beat the Devils 2-1, and the Pens ended up losing to the Wild 4-0. That means that the Philadelphia Flyers are on top of the Atlantic Division and hold the Eastern Conference top seed. I know it's only January, but it's not too early to talk playoffs, obviously, because we talk about playoffs like almost constantly anymore with the way our system, with the way our society and system is, with standings and whatnot, because you're like tracking all your teams, trying to see who's gonna fit, who you're trying to build the teams to move on to the playoffs. So you're trying to figure it out. Tomorrow's games, just want to reiterate for you NFL fans going to be watching tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It is that Ravens-Chiefs game on CBS, and the 4:30 game is on Fox, and it's the Packers and the Eagles. If the Packers win, they're the 6th seed. They'll face the Falcons. If the Eagles win, Eagles will face the Bears, because it's highest remaining seed out of the NFC. And then Falcons will face the highest remaining of the NFC, while the NFC top seed will face the lowest seed remaining. With the 4th seed winning, and the game with the 6th seed still yet to play, we don't know yet. So we'll see what transpires between now and then. Oh, I should back up. Now and then. So, UConn women basketball won. UConn men won. Tony Sparano gets his deal with the Falcons. The Dolphins, pardon me. Falcons offensive coordinator is being Mike Mularkey is being interviewed by the Browns because they fired Eric Mangini. Who knows what's going to happen in Denver, as John Elway is pretty much heading things up over there. I think that might be everything. Let me run down quickly the NHL scores for you, if I can get, as long as I can get to them. I mentioned about the Flyers. I mentioned about the Pens. Islanders beat the Avalanche 4-3 in overtime. The Canadiens beat the Bruins 3-2 in overtime. Lightning beat the Senators 2-1. Capitals beat the Florida Panthers 3-2. Nashville Predators beat the San Jose Sharks 2-1. Rangers beat the St. Louis Blues 2-1. Sabres over the Coyotes 2-1 in overtime. In a shootout, the Red Wings beat the Canucks, and the Blue Jackets lose to the Kings 6-4. In NBA action, the Bulls beat the Celtics, the Magic beat the Mavs, Hawks over the Pacers, the Bucks over the Devils, Bobcats over the Wizards, the Pistons over the Sixers in overtime, Jazz over the Rockets also in overtime, and the Thunder over the Grizzlies 109-100. In Baylor's number 1 in women's action, college basketball, and the number 1 in men's, Duke, is off. So we had 4 through 24 playing, pretty much. Cuse won. Pitt beat Marquette. San Diego State over Utah. Missouri lost. UConn beat Texas in overtime, as I mentioned. Georgia over Kentucky, which was an upset. West Virginia over 13th ranked Georgetown. BYU over Air Force. Notre Dame over, I believe it's St. Joe's. Texas A&M over Oklahoma, and Penn State was playing tonight against Michigan State and won, so they upset them. And South Carolina over Vandy in overtime. I believe that is pretty much everything. I've covered almost everything. Pitt beat Kentucky in their bowl game. Congrats to them. And the Valley Forge Patriot basketball teams are currently on the road, going out to Missouri, as they have games slated for the week, as the AG Assembly God Credit Union Classic begins on Thursday the 13th. Thankfully enough, they don't have to travel in the snow that we're going to be dealing with on Tuesday into Wednesday, so thankfully enough that they don't have to worry about that. But for everyone else here at the Mikey Report, Addison Roberts, Tim Lateef, John Hattinger, who is a special contributor, Addison Roberts, a contributor for our NFL playoffs, and also Tim Lateef, our sportsman, who wasn't able to be with us this afternoon for the wildcard round, but will hopefully be able to be with us for the divisional round along with Addison. I'm Mikey Albert saying good night, God bless, see you next time on the Mikey Report. Check out us on the web, MikeyReport.webs.com. Our shop, we have a lot of good stuff. T-shirts, mugs, bumper stickers, you name it, we got it pretty much. Messenger bags, tote bags, wall clocks. Just check it out. I mean, it's a little pricey, but please get something. If you're a huge supporter of the Mikey Report, I encourage you to get something. I do have a design with a couple of my faces on, not of the recent haircut, but a couple of them with my longer hair, but it's still me either way, glasses or non, and you can definitely enjoy it. And the pictures aren't the biggest. I need to somehow, some way work on that. Maybe contact someone who can work on the picture a little bit. See what they can do. Other than that, the website cafepress.com / or actually in this way, / the Mikey Report shop. We got a lot of good stuff on there. Check it out. You'll enjoy it. Of course, we're in 49 states, 34 countries. Hoping to hit Rhode Island soon. And hopefully we have a lot more stuff for you. Also, check out our good partners, Butler Down Videos. Mike Jones Design. Find him on Facebook. Chris Jones. He can hook you up for a low price. He's very proud of doing the logos for Butler Down Videos and the Mikey Report. I try to usually feature him every single time, so definitely check him out as well. Other than that, I'm not sure if there's anything else. If there's any other suggestions you may have, feel free to post a comment on the guest book on the website. We'd appreciate it. We'll definitely take it into consideration. We try to use a town from a different state or area every single month. So if you want your town to be featured, just leave a comment on our guest book or put it on our Facebook page, and we'll definitely mention you, because we don't want to leave anyone out. I know I don't, and I'm sure you don't. So we can cover all the world, like the one design on the Cafe Press shop. Around the world and everywhere, the Mikey Report. That actually is a good phrase. That's like a slogan. That's a good slogan for me. Around the world and everywhere, the Mikey Report. And on that note, we are around the world and everywhere. I'm Mikey Edwards. It has been the Mikey Report. Whether it's me sitting on my bed in front of the guitar chords poster, or standing out here in my wonderful kitchen suite area. If you had a different perspective, I'd have like pots and coffee pots to the right and to the left, and well, to the right, to the left. Espresso maker over here, bowls, plates, everything. But we truly thank you for joining us, as always. And of course I ramble from time to time, which is normal. But that's the joy of having your own show. And plus it's a weekend, so I can ramble and ramble. Good night, God bless, see you next time here on the Mikey Report.